My dear friends, today we celebrate the memorial of Saint Alphonsus Ligouri, the founder of the Redemptorist order. So on behalf of the Jesuits of Kingsmead Hall of the Church of St. Ignatius, I wish Father Gerard Lewis and Father Eugene Lee and all the Redemptorists in Singapore a happy feast day. And now let's get to today's reflection. When I was growing up, my parents would always remind me not to fall in with the wrong crowd. My parents were afraid that they would lead me astray, maybe getting into bad habits and getting involved with illegal activities, and landing myself in trouble with the law. I suppose the issue wasn't primarily with the wrong crowd, but that I was young and impressionable, and there was a greater risk of me giving in to the sway of others, succumbing to peer pressure. If one falls victim to peer pressure, one is basically surrendering one's freedom to others, giving up one's ability to make decisions in choosing what is true, what is right, and what is good. No matter how you see it, it is a clear sign of weakness. Weakness of the mind and weakness of the will. It is understandable for young people that they are more susceptible to peer pressure, since they lack experience and, as I've mentioned earlier, they are more impressionable. But do adults also succumb to peer pressure? I think the answer is yes. King Herod in today's Gospel reading was clearly someone who has been enslaved by peer pressure, because he makes decisions not based on doing what is right, but because of his concern of what others may think of him. For instance, he arrested John the Baptist, but at first he decided not to execute him, not because John was innocent of all charges or that it was not the morally right thing to do, but because he was afraid of the people. And later, he changed his mind. He decided to execute John the Baptist, knowing very well that he is condemning to death a man of integrity, a holy person, because he had made a promise to Herodias' daughter and that he did not want to look bad to his guests. Basically, he succumbed to peer pressure. If one is an adult with one's faculties intact, then one should not fall victim to peer pressure. He or she should have the freedom to make up his or her own mind and do the right thing. It is a sign of weakness and deficiency in moral courage if one is unable to do so. My dear friends, when you read today's Gospel, who do you identify with? Do you identify with John the Baptist, who followed the will of God and did the right thing by reprimanding Herod? Or are you like Herod, who has no mind of his own and make decisions and take actions, even morally questionable ones, because of peer pressure? Or are you like Herod's guests and Herodias, who pressure others to do your bidding?